Now, I need everyone's attention because I have a very special friend that I want to introduce to you. And he's going to come and read a story to you. His name is Rick. And he is going to tell us a story about smelly socks. Right, so I want everyone to clap really, really loud and welcome my friend Rick.
Hello. 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 I'm Rick. I'm really excited to be here. And have you seen this book before?
Oh yeah.
You have? Yeah? Does anyone? Yep.
I got book. I got that book. He's ready for story time.
This is for story time. Yeah. I'm going to read a story for story time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I've written 3 books, but they're boring. Bye-bye. But this book is written by Robert Munsch, and he's really good. And he's written a book about smelly socks. Does anyone here have smelly socks? No? No one? No? Do you have smelly socks?
Oh yeah.
You do, yeah.
I do.
Do you have smelly socks? Okay, well this is a book about smelly socks, okay? And it's written by Robert Munsch. And in fact, some people say it's called Smelly, Smelly Socks. So why don't we get everyone to say Smelly, Smelly Socks? Let's try that. 1, 2, 3.
Smelly, smelly socks.
Okay, let's do it louder, but this time we'll plug our nose, okay? 1, 2, 3. Smelly, smelly socks. Okay, let's start it off. Smelly Socks by Robert Munsch. When Tina wanted new socks, her mom took her to the only store in town. "This store only has black socks," said Tina. "Can we please go across the river and get some really good socks?"
Oh yeah.
"Yeah, we can't drive across the river," said Mom. "Because there's no bridge here," said Tina's mom.
We saw a
"And you know it's a long, long way to the only bridge, and besides,
we saw a parrot.
we don't have a car." Well, what are they going to do? So Tina went to her grandfather, that's her grandfather, and said, "Can you please take me across the river in your boat? I want to buy some really, really good socks." "Well, the motor's not working on the boat," said her grandfather. "Row," said Tina. "Row the boat. We can row. I will row, and you can sit in the back of the boat." "You will row," said her grandfather. "Yes," said Tina. "Rowing is easy." Has anyone here ever rowed a boat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Tina got in the boat and rowed very slowly. Splash, splash, splash. Let's try that. Splash, splash, splash. And the boat went in slow circles. Swish, swish, swish. You try that. Swish, swish, swish. Splash, 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 splash. And the boat went in really fast circles. Swish, 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 swish. "This boat has forgotten how to row," said Tina. I don't know if it was the boat. "You sit in the back and you tell me what to do," said her grandfather. So Tina sat in the back of the boat, and her grandfather rowed all the way across the river. Then they walked all the way through the town to the big sock store. Look at all the socks. Wow, that's a lot of socks.
Yeah, what is that?
At the store, Tina tried on socks that were too big, socks that were too little, socks that were too blue, and socks that were too pink. Tina tried on millions and millions of socks. Finally, she found the perfect pair of red, yellow, and green socks. And then, since it was almost time for dinner, Tina said to her grandfather, "Let's run back to the boat." And this time, the boat sort of remembered how to row. Tina rowed round and round and round and still got to the other side. So she's home now. When they got back, Tina ran home and yelled, "Socks, socks, wonderful socks." Now this is important. Can you say that? Socks, socks, wonderful socks. Yes. Tina said, "Socks, socks, wonderful socks. These are the best socks I have ever seen in my life. Grandpa rowed me all the way across the river to get these socks. I am never going to take these socks off."
Don't worry.
"Never?" said her mother. Never, said Tina. Uh-oh, said Tina's mother. She smells a problem. So Tina wore her socks for a very long time. She wore them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. Her mother said, Tina, I know you love these socks. Just let me wash them really quick. They will start to smell if you don't get them washed. Socks, socks, wonderful socks, said Tina. Remember, we're going to try that. Socks, socks, wonderful socks, said Tina. Wonderful socks, said Tina. I am never, never going to take them off. After Tina wore her socks for 10 more days, the kids at school said, Tina, what a smell. Change your socks. Whoo! Socks, socks, wonderful socks, said Tina. I am never, 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 never going to take them off. She's had them on for 20 days now. After Tina wore her socks for 10 more days, that's 30 days, 10 more days, a whole flock of Canada geese flew over her house and dropped right out of the sky from the smell. Can you imagine how bad that smell is? 2 moose walked through her yard and fell over from the smell. Whew. Ducks, raccoons, squirrels fell over when she walked to school. Finally, even a skunk fell over from the smell. A skunk. Tina's friends decided to do something, and they all came to her house and they knocked on the door. Can we knock on the door? Blam, 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 blam. And they knocked again. Blam, 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 blam. When Tina opened the door, they grabbed her and they carried her to the river, where they held their noses and they took off her socks. Some of the kids held Tina and some of the kids washed the socks. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Scrub, scrub, scrub. All the fish in the river floated up to the top and pretended they were dead. That's how they did. The kids washed some more. Scrub, 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 scrub. And the beavers ran out of the river and went to live with Tina's grandfather. They washed some more. Scrub, 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 scrub. Far down the river, people said, how come this river smells like stinky socks? Finally, the socks were clean. Wow, said Tina. They look nicer when they're clean. Wow, said Tina. They smell nicer when they're clean. Wow, said Tina. They feel nicer when they clean. Tina put on her socks and said, I'm going to want clean socks from now on. The beavers left her grandfather's house and went back into the river. The Canada geese got up from the ground and they flew away. And the fish decided they were not dead after all and jumped and splashed in the river. Then Tina went to her mom and said, my socks are nice and clean. I think it would be very nice if you took me to town to get me a nice new red, yellow, and green shirt. Do you promise to wash it? Said her mom. No, said Tina. If I wait long enough, the kids at my school will wash it for me. The end. Thank you very much. You're a good audience. High five. Good job. There you go. Thank you very much.